liquidity markets for lending and borrowing, as well as leveraged trading of crypto assets. Keom Protocol, please.
Hello, I'll try to share my screen. Hopefully I won't be distracted. I'm literally bidding from a staircase in Davos, so hopefully it will work all well. Let's see.
Are you in an office?
No, I'm in Davos during the WEF week. So I'm in a staircase of a hotel.
Okay, the floor is
Trying
yours.
to make it work. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay, so I can launch this. Hello, everyone. My name is Anne-Grace. I'm the co-founder and chief legal officer of Keom Protocol. It's not often you'll have a chief legal officer pitching, so you'll understand soon why it's important. We're about to revolutionize the trading experience in 2024. And how? Well, it all starts with the same observations. Masses flock to CeFi, but on the other hand, crypto was supposed to get rid of the middlemen. We noticed that some of these middlemen are not necessarily reliable. On the other hand, we noticed that regulations kick in. That's a sexy part for me, like great regulations for crypto. How can we enhance standards? But still, what we forget is that regulations only deter, ensure accountability and remedies, but they don't actually block completely all the behaviors we want to avoid. So now, why are people not flocking to DeFi? Well, because being automated and decentralized does not tell a lot about the quality of the product and the standards you apply beyond the technical audits. It's great to see all these technical audits, but how do you prevent market manipulation? How do you tackle reserves? How do you make sure that all these things that we are used to in CeFi and TradFi also apply to DeFi? And it's $1 billion problem. When we check out the reports of like wash trading and front running, people are losing a lot of money while trading, even if they're great traders, without being aware of it. And on top of that, they claim to be, like a lot of protocols claim to be decentralized, and sure, part of there are, but there's also a lot of dinos out there being decentralized in name only. And it's tough to assess which one are like this because you don't really have a lot of information out there. You merely have this open source protocol. So how are we trying to be a game changer there? Well, first of all, by having a different approach to regulations, just instead of taking them as something to be set aside, seeing them as a recipe book. It was tested. It's good to prevent front running. It's good to have like a way of tackling risk and advertising it to users like this is a risky thing. This is how things work. But you still want to have a decentralized manner, right? It's DeFi, it's not centralized, a centralized entity. You don't want to rely on us to make sure this works. And this is where the best-in-class ZK technology kicks in, just to make sure that ZK proofs are replacing the centralized intermediary and ensure that all of this works seamlessly. On top of that, we're also adding an AI assistant, but this is not the most important part. It's going to be quite useful, but let's focus on the major aspect. What do we embed this in? Well, we want to have a suite of trading products. It starts with a solid money market. You add on top of that margin trading, and I explain why this is relevant. And then the ultimate solution, the one that really embodies our vision, will be a fully on-chain verifiable order book thanks to Polygon Maiden. So it is going to be one platform to access what basically is a DeFi powerhouse. If you want a DeFi solution for trading, you will all find it with Keom. So the money market is already live on mainnet since Q3 2023. It's maybe not the most exciting part, but you need a solid money market. There's a lot of applications. People can start with that. And we just added enhanced economic security on top. Part of it, like prevention of dynamic liquidation spirals, and like the toxicity numbers as a risk metric are part of our original research conducted by our research team. Then on top of that, and this is where the trading logic kicks in, margin trading, like really utilizing the liquidity from a solid lending protocol is quite useful to have like a first approach to leverage trading with more transparency, because we see everything on chain instead of having like a synthetic product. Also like smoother liquidations, you have only 75% instead of 100. And also, and that's the most important part, lower fees. But now let's go to the most important part, the order book. Like it's been a long time, people wanted a fully on-chain order book for a lot of reasons, but there was a lot of technical issues. And thanks to Polygon Maiden, we can actually circumvent them and provide something that offers high TPS, low time to finality. You can really match over time with optimization the results of centralized platforms and quick and cheap order updates. We even already presented part of this as Eve Global and won a prize for this in Paris. And there's not even a compiler for Polygon Maiden yet. So we can only imagine all the things we will be able to do once the compiler is out shortly. And we have testnet also announced this year and mainnet hopefully by the end of the year. So you can have streamlined on-chain spot and leverage trading. Then matching scripts that are transparent. Instead of having a black box, you basically see what's happening. Everyone can generate a ZK proof just to make sure that there was first in, first out. So embedded prevention of front running, and the ultimate non-custodial level, because everything is stored at the level. Each wallet is basically a smart contract. And on top of that, embedded account abstraction. All of this, you end up with a slick interface. It doesn't look like magic when you look at it. It's just like another trading platform, but the underlying technology, that's where the magic happens. So we've mentioned, like other presentation mentioned, the landscape for perpetuals. We just want to be the place to go to if you want to trade without fearing losing money you're not aware of. And we are currently raising token rounds. I'm gladly dive into more details, but wanted to focus on the product. So hope I got your attention.
All right. Awesome. Thank you very much for the presentation. You did great. So Arseni has a question here. Arseni, would you like to ask it?
Yeah, I still don't understand what does it mean powered by Polygon. Could you explain?
We are partnering, so we are powered by Polygon because we utilize the Polygon ecosystem, and we are building on Polygon Maiden for the order book, which is not even live yet. So we are working closely with them to develop the on-chain order book. So when we say powered by Polygon, it's because the major innovation currently is made possible by Polygon Maiden.
So will you just use the Polygon technology? Correct understand?
For now, yes. So ultimately, when other blockchains provide ecosystems with the technology required to do what we want to do, we want to expand. But for the order book, Polygon Maiden, which will be the new Stark by Polygon, is the one allowing to achieve what we want to do here with the necessary speed, convenience, and the account abstraction embedded in the blockchain and so on.
Okay.
All right, cool. Vibov in the chat said, great deck and presentation. Very easy to follow. I agree. Very good job.
Right.
All right. And now we have Abel with his hand up.
Yes, I just want to echo that it's a fantastic presentation, very easy to follow. I understood everything, so that's great. Yeah, for sure. I wanted to ask, you mentioned you're raising for a token round. Is there a slide with the particular ask, or maybe you could tell me
Sure.
verbally?
So currently, I'm gonna just show the slide, find it back, and resume the share. Can you see my screen again?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna put it in there. So we're raising 1.2 currently at a 50 million valuation. It's a token round. So there is an option for equity, but because we have really worked through tokenomics with an actual utility for the token where the value accrues with the token, all of it in a regulatory compliant manner, because this is one of the things we focus on. So yeah, we have this token round currently, and we are aiming also at a token launch quite shortly in Q2 at the latest. So details here with the 36 vesting. If you need any more details, please let me know. And
yeah, thank you for sharing. I'll look at the slide so I can check out the tokenomics in greater detail. I looked at this slide. It answered my question. I was going to say, where are you launching? Swiss. Okay, makes sense.
Yeah. So we have a Swiss nonprofit. That's why also like the equity can only come in the future, because we also have a EU entity just to make sure we can be compliant from the MiCA perspective. We are proactively reaching out to regulators just to clarify this entire what is DeFi, what is not, and doing some policy work there so they don't end up with some unrealistic standards as to what is decentralized and what not.
Okay, and the final question is, you mentioned there's a reason why the legal person is doing the pitch. I didn't quite. I mean, I could tell it's a very it's a regulatory compliant play.
Yeah.
But is that it? Is that the main? Because I just being transparent. It is a red flag when a founder doesn't pitch. I think it's important for
I'm
a
a co-founder.
Oh, you are? Okay, great. In that case, ignore me. Yeah. Okay,
no, I'm one of the co-founders, so we are founders. Okay. And that's why it's like the fun part here, because usually in DeFi, you don't have lawyers. Lawyers are like the people annoying everyone. And I partner up with someone who, despite me being his lawyer for 2 years, he was not fed up with me, but even decided to partner up for a project and convince me to leave my law firm. That's the story, basically. So it's not supposed to be the red flag, but part of the narrative is that we want to hard code compliance. That's why I mentioned the ZK proofs. Instead of relying on an entity, you rely on the proofs doing the same job and in a transparent way, proving, for example, that there was no front running and this kind of stuff. So that's why I mentioned that legal is important, because we really want to take those standards and instead of running away from them, we just incorporate them DeFi style, basically.
Amazing, amazing. This is very in line with my thesis about using the technology we have native to the space, zero knowledge to adhere to these regulations. So I love it. I'll book a call with you. This is very interesting for me. Thank you.
It would be a pleasure to talk further.
Amazing.
Great.
So sorry for the misunderstanding, by the way. Thank you for clarifying.
No problem. I think I skipped quite quickly through it because 5 minutes is a short time, but yeah.
Amazing.
So that's why I also touch everything. I'm not just doing legal. I got to business, tech, everything at the same time at the end.
Amazing.
You're a true Web3 founder. You wear many, many hats.
Yeah, too many of them.
All right, awesome. So I know that Abel's going to book a call. That's awesome. And if you would like to book a call, then you can do so at the Calendly in the chat. And of course, every project that is pitched here has a Calendly link in the chat. So feel free to book a call. Don't hesitate. It'll be awesome. So now let's go ahead